Good evening, ladies and gents. My name is Josh Fish. Today it is December 7th, 2020. And for this video, it's going to be one of my first ever talks, basically. It is in the middle of the night, and my mom is sleeping downstairs, so we'll just get started anyways. I'm just going to talk about my life in band class. If you haven't knew already, I was in band. So, yeah, I was in this band, basically. And it was good till the end. Since the end, it was really rough because of this idiot that came into my life. The first time I have started band was back in 2014. That's when I just got elementary school, which I'll talk about that someday because the elementary school is now closed down and went to apartments. Yippee. So, what got me interested is that now, since I entered 6th grade, I can play some instruments. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. I can play some instruments. Wow, I must discover. So, when I went to my first ever middle school, they had 3 options. You can either be in choir, in orchestra, or in band. So, since I was doing choir my whole entire elementary life, I wanted to do something different. So, I was thinking of doing orchestra or band. For band, I wanted to be this bass drum player originally, bang, 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 like in marching, because it was simple and easy to me. Well, apparently that never happened, sadly. I'll tell you why. So, in band, I played a variety of instruments that day. Tuba, trumpet, clarinet, trombone, saxophone, French horn, pretty much every instrument in the band. I then went to the other room with orchestras. I played violin, cello, bass clef, oh my god, a bass violin or whatever, some harps, I don't know, just string instruments. Which then, I had a conclusion. Which should I choose? Because what I liked from orchestra was this bass violin, because it's huge and awesome, and the other one was a trombone, because, as my dad said, it's the easiest instrument. So we just chose the easiest one, which was the trombone. And that's what I played for years to come. I wanted to do the bass drum, but I guess you had to do a lot more. So I didn't went to the bass drum as I wanted, so I chose trombone. So in 2014, I went to band camp for the whole summer. And in the beginning, it was so freaking hard. We had a whole class full of all trombones, and I was included. And I was one of the worst ones in there, basically. But I managed to get through it. And what we played for our rehearsal, we played what's it called? We Will Rock You or something like that. You got mud on your face, you big disgrace. Something like that. Queen, We Will Rock You. So that's what we played, and well, it was good to the end, because at the end, I was a complete idiot, because I accidentally let one note at the end, so I kind of screwed up there, but I managed to do it. So basically, in 2014, I did my first ever band rehearsal. So, that was that. So then when I went to 6th grade, I was in band. And for my first ever teacher, he was pretty nice. I had one guy who was the main teacher, and then there was a woman who was kind of the helper, and it was pretty smooth, not gonna lie, because the band room I was in was originally a gym, and they converted that to a band room, and they built another gym somewhere else. So, yeah, and we played easily. It was pretty nice. I'll say his name in this video anyways. Mr. Yan, he was a very good teacher. I like him how he did his thing. I mean, usually I was ignored. I wasn't really the popular one, so I was really quiet. And only one trombone player picked on me, so it was a rough in the beginning, but I got through it. I went through to 2014 to 15. And now, we're in 2015 since I did my first ever concert, which was great. It was a good first concert. We played easy songs and bada bing bada boom. We moved to 2014 to 15, and I went to a whole different school. And that's the school where I first played my upper instruments. And there were 3 levels basically. And I had a whole brand new teacher, which was God, I forgot her name, but it was a miss, and nobody liked her for some reason, which I can understand why. So I think it's much better not to say her name in this video, since I had her for 2 years, 7th grade to 8th grade. Nobody really liked her because she always talked trash to us, like, oh, this is awful and stuff like that. But she was always nice to me, and I personally didn't care, so I liked her. She was pretty nice. But nobody else did, so yeah. It was getting a little bit more rough since I was one of the lowest trombone players in the class. Not sure how I was, but I was. And that stayed pretty much my whole entire career, which sucked. So basically, for band in 7th grade, it was pretty terrible. And this is when I just had my YouTube channel on YouTube. So yeah, basically. We had our winter concert, and we had our spring concert. It was all fun and games. And then it went to our pop concert. And this pop concert was no other. This pop concert that I had in 2016, I had created that day. For a pop concert, we have a decision of what we want to choose. So like some people said, oh, Jurassic Park, or oh, what about movies? Oh, what about sleeping, or I don't know, roller coaster? So then I rose my hand and I said, hey, what about oldies? And my teacher wrote everything on that board, and we waited for our votes to come in. And guess who won? I was the most popular vote. So my pick was the concert of that day. It was the oldies, and I won. So that's what we had for a spring concert. And it was perfect. Basically, we played our 3 songs, and then the other band played their songs, and then at the end, all of the bands going together and they played the state song. It was awesome. I absolutely loved it. And what I remember is we played at the Hop, around o'clock, and I don't remember the last song, but that's the 2 I remember. There's another song, but I forgot what it is currently, so bummer. So 7th grade, till the end, it was great. So then I moved to 8th grade, and it went to more crap. It got more worse, because I got let back, and the other band who was before me, they picked on me. They was like, ha, you're the lower band. So I just ignored them because I said, whatever. You know, easy for me. You can go do your little hard stuff, whatever. I don't care. So I stayed in what they call the Sousa band. Pretty much I was in the Sousa band pretty much the whole time. I'm not sure about high school, but we're getting there since we're in 8th grade right now. And for 8th grade, it was kind of like the same thing. It was okay. We did our winter, we did our spring. Nothing really much happened. And for our spring concert, we chose this water theme. So we chose Surfing USA, the Beatles, Yellow Submarine. And yeah, I forgot the other one, of course. So that's the only 2 I know. And for our last piece, it was Surfing USA, like I mentioned. And that was really much the best song of the concert. And I get to go on the microphone saying what I said on that day to the whole people. I mentioned our song, went back and started playing. It was pretty good. I mean, reading that, it was just all dark. All the people were just incredibly dark, so I just I said, oh, I was just reading it. And when I said Surfing USA, I was like, it was completely black. And yeah, it was alright. So yeah, 8th grade, that was that. So we went to 8th grade to 9th grade. And this is when it all took a massive dip for me. Not just for the band, but it just felt like I wasn't in the family anymore. It felt like I was treated like crap. So we moved on to 2017. We moved on to 2017 and 18. And little did I know these were going to be the last years of me being in band. So basically, when I went to 9th grade band, it was completely different because I went to middle school to high school. So, when I got introduced, basically I was introduced to marching. It was just marching because we were getting into the marching stuff. Just went in, and we just started marching right away. There was no concert. It was just marching. We did one on Halloween, winter, maybe spring. Oh yeah, it was spring. Yep. So for our Halloween concert, we practiced simple marching. And this day, it was a little bit of a mistake. And the video is up on YouTube. You can go see it. You can see me. I'm in the video. So, yeah. And basically, I'm in a small room right now, but what you do is you spray your legs and you look at the ground and you pull your trombone like in the vertical direction. What she'll do is she'll go, that means you're in rest mode. And then she goes, and then you go hot, and then you just gotta like go like this, be all serious. And you have to have your legs together, and then when she does it again, then you say up, and then you just wait until she conducts. And this was I had like I had a Miss Duckert for my teacher, and she was a good teacher. I liked her. But the band kids, not so much, because the whole band year, I was ignored, so it wasn't that great. So we played Psycho and Queen, and it was very nice. And we just marched, and on that day we were supposed to wear blue jeans. We were required to wear blue jeans and our band t-shirts. The band t-shirts we just bought, easy and done. But for our pants, you had to wear jeans. And for me, I don't wear jeans. So, that was not good for me. So then I had to dig through my old boxes since I was 12 years old, and they did not fit. So I was kind of screwed that day. So, what I did is I wore my dress pants, and I got away with it. I wore my dress pants when I was supposed to wear jeans. But I wasn't the only one, because my friend, he also wear the same thing, his dress pants, because we don't wear jeans. Yeah, I don't wear jeans because I'm not really a fan of them, but I got away with that. Yeah. For winter, we got our concert going, and we just played normally as our concert. It was all fine. That's when, in March, it got pretty bad. So in March, it was pretty special, but I'll tell you why it's bad. We get to go to Milwaukee. Yes, Milwaukee. For our rehearsal, so that the judges will judge us. And it was in March, and we had to get up at really early in the morning, and then we took the bus down to Milwaukee. So when we arrived in Milwaukee, it was a normal concert, and it was super, super fancy for some reason. But we played, and then we had the other bands play, and we judged them by that too. And after that, we then went to the mall. And I'll tell you what that mall is. We went to Mayfair Mall, which is close to Milwaukee. And it wasn't really that great. Because I got betrayed twice that day. The first betrayal was my whole entire trombone group. They were all in one except for me. I was the only one left out, which wasn't starting to look good in my career. And on the same day, when I was on GameStop, my friend left me on GameStop. So I was alone. So I had to look at them all and find my friend, and I found my other friends who was in band. And I said, "Hey, where is my friend?" And they go like, "I don't know, I haven't seen him." And then I found a friend that I actually know. Brad. He plays the trumpet. And I said, "Oh, hey, Brad, what's up? I couldn't find my friend." And he's like, "Oh, yeah." And I bought, the same day, I got this hat from GameStop. And this is a very nice hat. This is the day I got it at the mall. So then, when we were going towards the escalator, I saw my friend and I said, "Oh, hey! Why'd you let me at GameStop?" And then he said, "Hey, you want some mints?" And I'm like, "But you left me at GameStop saying no, I want some mints." And I'm like, "You left me at GameStop, you want to offer me some mints?" So, yeah. Basically, the reason why I said that is because I was not being part of the family anymore. They started to not care about me anymore. So, that's when it got worse. So after March, we went to April. And April, it got even more worse. In April, nobody talked to me at all. And it's pretty much the whole time, nobody talked to me. I was silent. Until one day, in April, there was this kid named Andrew. And we were just sitting around, and then he said, "Get the fuck away from me, kid." And that was the last time I've ever spoke in band again. The way I was treated in band was absolutely horrible. That no one cared about me anymore. None of my friends cared about me. My section didn't care about me. Nobody cared about me. So I was just wondering, well, why am I in this class anymore since nobody really cares about me? I just felt depressed the whole entire year. I originally set my schedule to marching band, but then I canceled that and set that to media and gym. And gym was also the worst times of my life too. And that's when Jason came in my life and it all went to crap. So in the whole end of band, April to May or June, I was completely silent. We did our spring concert. That was my last concert ever. And I knew to myself, that was my last concert I will ever do. I knew. I was all fancy and stuff like that, and it's all gonna be over. And yeah, that was my last ever concert. So after that, at the concert, we just went to marching. We marched up and down the parking lot for our exam. We marched up and we marched down. And they watched everything. They had to make sure you're doing everything right. I didn't really care that much because I knew I was never being part of it anymore since the way I was treated. So, well, I still put effort into it just because to pass the exam. And bada bing, bada boom, it was pretty easy and we got it done. It was really hard because you had to get it just right. Even though I'm not gonna be in band, you still gotta put effort into it. Even though you're not gonna be in band, you just gotta put effort into it. And half of the kids were going away anyway since they don't do marching. So, at the last day, it was the final day. The final day I was ever going to step in that room again. And we just hung out with Brad and Jason and Ben. And that's the video where 4 idiots messing around in band class. That was my final day in band. And yeah, that's where it all ended. That's where my whole band career ended. I went through 2014 to 2018. I went through 6th grade to 9th grade, or freshman. It was a good run. It was just the way I was treated. I was treated bad, and hence is why I left public school, just because nobody really gives a shit about me, so I just said, well, I'm out of here. So I did. I went to online schooling, and that's now my life. And to the high school, I am not going to return since I was treated horribly. So I'm not going to go there anytime soon. Any of my friends watching, well, now you know. I think you know why I don't go to that school anymore. And, well, at least you can see me here now. So, yeah. Anyways, I do have little novelties that are still with me today from band. I got band grease, I got the stand, I even got an ornament just to represent my 4 years. I got pictures, I got videos, got all of that. And maybe someday, or eventually, I will show you my little band videos. And I did band videos just for, some skills of the song, and I will present to you someday, since I sent it to the school and I got them back. So, yeah, anyways, that wraps up my little story time about band. I hope you guys enjoyed. Well, yeah, being a trombonist was a good time. Well, yeah, and now, ever since I joined trombone, I just really love bass. I love bass now. Bass is actually, awesome. Ever since I joined band, since I was in the bass section. And over time, I'm starting to lose my memory with trombone since I haven't played for 2 years now. It's going to be 3 years soon. So, yeah, that wraps up the video. I hope you enjoyed this little story about my life, pretty much. And I will see you later. Bye.
Hello, my name is Josh and I play the trombone. Did you know that many of the top surfing places are right here in the USA? In fact, Sheboygan, Wisconsin became something of the surfing capital by hosting it during a surf classic from 1988 to 2012. Some claim the event was the largest gathering of freshwater surfers in the world. For our last piece, we will be showering you with the music of the Beach Boys. Please enjoy this hit record.